Namaste. This is Sujata Vaidya, student of Masters of Veda and Vedic Sciences, attempting my orals in Essence of Dharma. The topic of my choice is ashram system. Our Vedic culture has dated back thousands of years when the seers who heard and compiled the Shrutis, uh, the Vedic knowledge, gave guidelines of how a person has to live a fulfilled and happy, successful life. Now, the Vedic knowledge not only covered various systems of things that we need to do to achieve the ultimate goal of moksha in our life, it also gave a social structure to society. This was very essential because it helped a person understand what he has to do in the different stages of life. Our Rig Veda and Manusmriti very clearly states the four important stages in a person's life. Just to go through these stages in a human's life, what he needs to do is learn, put his skills to test, to be able to fulfill his desires, earn the income or the means necessary to fulfill his desires, to be able to participate in the society, become a fruitful human being, and when these are accomplished, go into a state of self introspection to understand the higher meaning of life, and then go into that meditative state to gain moksha. These four stages have been brilliantly divided as the Brahmacharya ashram, the Gruhastha ashram, the Vanaprastha ashram, and the Sannyas ashram. Brahmacharya ashram is when the person is in the first stage of his life, one imagines until his age of approximately 18 or 20, when all his faculties are absorbing the world around him. This is a time of learning. To learn well, there should be no distractions and there should be discipline. So, Brahmacharya ashram is that stage of life where people learn different skills, knowledge, especially the Vedic knowledge. It is necessary for him to lead a fulfilled life in the next stage. Brahmacharya ashram is not remaining celibate. That is a misinterpretation. The correct interpretation is being the student, and the word Brahma means expansion. So over here it would be expansion of his mind to learn new things, to be able to bring into his acharan discipline. So he definitely has to follow rules and regulations to be able to be of the capacity to learn. Invariably during Brahmacharya ashram, he is living with his teacher, so he has to learn discipline under the guidance of the Guru. He has to be humble to be able to absorb everything. He has to be attentive. He has to be body and mind healthy. He has to learn to do all the chores that are required to do in his Guru's ashram, but that is one part of it. It teaches humility to be able to undertake any part of the skills, any part of the duties required of a human being. So the Brahmacharya ends with the Diksha from the Guru, where the Guru entitles him to enter society to be a useful human being. Next is the Gruhastha ashram. Gruhastha, which means household. So this time is when the human participates in all the social activities. He builds a family or assists into his family, uses the skills he has learned to earn an income or means to fulfill all the desires which he may have in his life. during his Grihastha it is necessary that he looks after all the other ashrams, which means Brahmacharya ashram, where as a student, the person is not expected to earn. And later on, at the end of Grihastha ashram, when the person goes into isolation for self contemplation, and obviously to look after the saints, the gurus, the rishis, and those people who take sannyasa. So, the stability of the society lands on the shoulders of the people in Gruhastha ashram. They have to follow rules and regulations to maintain harmony in society, to be able to live with all the other fellow beings, to maintain a family in a healthy and happy manner, to take those actions that are necessary in the benefit of personal future, of family future, of social future, society future, and for the protection and development of his kingdom. So basically, these are covered under Grihasthashram. Vanaprasthashram is the third stage of life. Invariably, this appears, one would imagine it appears after the age of 50-55, that we would relate to as a time when most of the working class retires. So, this is the time when the active earning stage of his life is over, and by now, uh, amongst the Vedic people, they have finished doing all the yajnas that were necessary to maintain society and to maintain harmony within. In Vanaprasthashram, the idea is that the person moves away from the Gruhasti, from the responsibilities of family and society, and goes into self contemplation where he can understand the higher meaning of his very life. This is the time when he contemplates of what he has gained in the whole life and what is the actual true meaning of life. Here is the time when from the Vedas, the Aranyaka and Upanishad come into action. Self contemplation, meditation, moving away from society into a place of isolation and introspection. This is something that would ideally happen in the environment of a forest where he is not interrupted by the mundane requirements of social life and family. Vanaprasthashram is the time first when he is connected with the truth of Brahma, where his quest starts to higher knowledge, where the Nyan Kanda of our Vedas unfold in front of him. This is the time when he hands over all his possessions and his responsibilities to those left behind in the Grihasthashram. Sannyas ashram, which is considered as the last ashram, is that where all the duties of the Grihastha ashram are over. The person's contemplation, introspection that is necessary in isolation has come to a stage of maturity, and the person is willing to adopt sannyasa, which means absolute renunciation of all the mundane attachments of the world. This is a time when the person does not claim ownership of anything that is connected to his social life or his social status, and in the most humble manner sustains his body on alms, possibly, but he spends the rest of his time in deep contemplation about Atma, Parabrahma, and the true meaning of life. At the end of this stage, or in this stage, or possibly earlier for the chosen few, the stage of moksha is attained. So, the four ashrams are the essential parts that help a person identify his place in society and bring meaning to his life. Thank you.